It takes one moment to shift reality. Because if you look deeper and you really think about it, our entire realities have been shaped by that one thought, that one single moment, that one single event. Sometimes it happens in our childhood. That event sticks into our subconscious mind when we are the most vulnerable. It might be a traumatic event that just happens, and all of a sudden, our lives are changed forever. What if I'm here to tell you that actually the same is true for positive, and the only thing that you need in order to shift reality, just like this in one moment, is your awareness. And there is psychology that backs this up, spiritual insights, and more. So if you want to learn how to shift quantum jump reality in just one moment, believe it or not, you should believe it, because it's possible. Hello everybody, my name is Neyah, and on this channel I talk everything about spirituality, my personal experience, as everything that I say and I teach comes from my personal experience, manifestation, and much more. And if you guys actually want any service from me, whether it is a coaching, a private reading, my manifestation journal, and more, you can find it all. Everything is restocked as I am reborn again, and I'll explain it maybe on today's video, and on my other videos I already said it. You can find it all either on neyahvisions.com or on my Ko-Fi shop. Both websites take you to my store, and it's all found over there. It's all restocked. But now let's get started with today's video. I'm gonna try to be quick and short, but seriously, most of the time, people, and by the way, I just want to give a disclaimer. In today's video, I'm not going to talk about alignment necessarily, or what is meant for you, or what your soul wants from your life, because those are other topics that we can definitely discuss about. But to be frank, because of my experience, I know that you can manifest and you can quantum jump wherever you want. There are no limits unless there are limits in your mind. Now, from my personal belief, I can say, well, I rather go with what my soul wants, but that is just a personal belief. You can do whatever you want, and I will never stop saying that because I experienced it, and experience is your teacher. So this is more of a video of, regardless of what is your belief system, regardless if you believe in God or don't believe in God or in the soul, those are topics for different videos. This is regardless. You just want to manifest your own desires. You can. It doesn't matter. Even if it's not in alignment with your soul, you can. Now, I highly suggest you to go for what your soul wants, but that's a topic for a different video. In this video, I just want you to understand that reality is not fixed. We already talked about it. Let me explain. There are really infinite possibilities in front of you. That is why Neville Goddard and many like him used to say creation is finished. The infinite pathways that you can take are infinite. You can choose whatever reality that you want, and this reality is not somewhere in the future, is already available in the now. And your subconscious mind is the key to enter that particular reality that you decide. Because it's not even desiring. You decide what reality you're going to experience. Everything is a reflection of your decision or states of consciousness. A state of consciousness is nothing but a decision that you make in a moment to identify with a specific version of you, and therefore a specific version of reality. Simple. Is this simple? Now, when it comes down, I've always been a huge supporter that you can manifest regardless of time. You just can. I did it. You can do it in 3 days. You can do it in 1 day. You can do it in a moment. And you quantum jump in one single moment. And you don't realize that you're doing it anyway. But what is preventing you from seeing what you want in that one moment, or in the following weeks or whatever, or days even, is your belief system that in order to get what you want, it takes time. And this belief system is being ingrained in your mind by society, by centuries of knowledge and understanding, that it takes time. But time is really an illusion. And I talked about it in another video. If you guys want to see it, it's either on Patreon or here. It's called Time. Time is real and it's not real. You can watch it to specify a little bit on that topic of time. I don't have time today to do that, but it's really not that linear. The only thing that exists is the now. And so if you will take a child, let's say somebody that has an open subconscious mind, somebody that is not programmed in anything, and you wouldn't give this child the concept that it takes time in order to get something, it wouldn't have that belief. That belief wouldn't exist. And in fact, there are psychological discoveries, we could say, or research on the fact that knowledge and developing certain skills can happen and shift. Your mind can shift in just one moment. But before we go into that and how that translates into your reality, I just want you again to think about something that we all have experienced up to a certain degree to make you understand the logic behind this and how easy this is. Think about this. Like I said before at the beginning of the video, when something traumatic happens in your life, you don't think about the moments that got you there. It just happened. And unfortunately, that traumatic event will shift your life forever and the patterns of experience that you're going to experience. I give you a practical example. You have always believed in love. You have always trusted people, men, women, whatever. You get cheated upon. That happened in a moment. And that moment will ingrain in your subconscious mind a belief system that men or women are not to trust. And because you cannot trust, you will manifest subconsciously, as most of the people are doing this unconsciously, certain experience in your life that will prove you right. Even many authors have said this, Neville Goddard, Joseph Murphy for reference, Vadim Zealand, everything that you believe you will experience, because it's even written in the Bible. Once you ask, you always receive. Your subconscious mind will always give to you what you believe, will always give to you what you repeat, will always give to you that decision. And because of that traumatic event, because of that experience, because I told you experience teaches, unfortunately or fortunately, you will be stuck in one moment. Your reality will shift, and you will shift into those realities where men cannot be trusted. But this goes deeper than that, because usually you end up in that event because of subconscious beliefs that has happened in your childhood. Now, as a child, there is a bigger topic up there of how much the child has a responsibility over the belief system and the collective consciousness, but those are topics for a different video. But this is just the truth, and it's what in psychology is called the eureka effect, is that one aha moment that you get that shifts everything. So yes, quantum jumping, shifting realities happen in a moment. And it happen either through the positive or the negative. And you're doing this all the time. And then you run with the subconscious thoughts that you keep repeating because of that decision of believing a certain things, whether it's unconscious or conscious, in one specific moment. Now, the good news is that now that you know this, you have control over your reality, because I cannot stress this enough. I've said it for years. Manifestation at the end of the day, or reality, boils down to awareness. When you have self-awareness, you are in control of your reality. Whether you want to choose to align to your divine path or do something else, those are, like I said, those are little twists in the same game. But the game is the same. Even Florence said the same thing. Your word is your wand. It's whatever you think, whatever you identify with, that you will experience. Whether it's meant for you or not, that's a topic for different videos. But you get the drill. Let's talk about why I'm saying what I'm saying, even for you guys that might be skeptical. Because what is trauma at the end of the day? It's not, like I said, the months that gets you there to that unfortunate event, but it's that intense event so deep that ingrains your subconscious mind, because it's on your vulnerabilities, your fear. It's a moment of deep, intense shock for your subconscious mind. In cognitive psychology, psychologists, this effect, not necessarily a traumatic one, but this similar effect is called the eureka effect. So it's that ha moment, like I said before, that ingrains something deep in your subconscious mind that gives you a different cognitive understanding of reality. Basically, a flash of clarity. in the eureka effect. And also I researched that even in neural networks, researchers have observed abrupt strategy switches that a gradual learning system can, under the right condition, shifts suddenly and drastically, almost in an instant. So even Carl Jung, a famous psychologist and student of Sigmund Freud, has said, unless you make the unconscious conscious, it will direct your life and you will call it fate. So you have to understand, this is how people operate. It's because of instants and moments that happen in their life that deeply programmed their subconscious mind, that they unconsciously operate the same pattern and manifest the same experience of that traumatic event that happened back in the days over and over and over again, and they will blame the world and they will call this fate or unluck. But this is not true. There are infinite realities available to you. You just have to shift. That's it. In one moment, it can happen. Your life can be transformed in one single moment, if you understand this, in one single decision. If you cannot make it in the moment, then of course a repetition is your best friend, because when you repeat, you reprogram. But you don't have to. It can literally happen in one moment. And I know, because the reason why I'm making this sort of videos with the time thing and the fact that you can manifest fast is because that is what helped me. Yes, I did repeat. Yes, I did robotic affirming visualization. I tried it all, and I'm not going to deny that they work, like that they're fine. But for me, because I'm somebody that leaves things very deeply and intensely, you guys have seen this, which makes me sometimes unstable, you can say, I need that eureka moment. I need that deep, intense, shocking decision within my consciousness of being like, that's it, we're done, we're shifting. And that for me always worked. And that's why I always get what I want fast, because it's my decision. So yes, it's true. You can repeat to reprogram your mind. You can do that, no problem at all. Or you can do what I do. You just decide, you just do it in that moment. And then you use repetition to reinforce that previous decision. But in actuality, the shift happened in the moment that you decide it's enough is enough. You get it? And to emphasize on this, I remember I want to bring a story that I read from Joseph Murphy. The Power of Your Subconscious Mind is the book that I'm referring to, and I'm going to quote Joseph Murphy in just a second. I vividly remember this story from Joseph Murphy where he said that there was, I think it was an opera singer, like a singer, that needed to go on stage, and he lost completely his voice. And up until the very last, he didn't have a voice to sing. Comment down below if you remember this story from the book. And basically what Joseph Murphy said is that this singer affirmed and spoke to its subconscious mind with such a conviction and saying, you are gonna sing now. My voice is gonna come back now. It was so convinced, and again, it spoke with conviction in that one moment of decision. The voice came back. He was able to do the show. This person is not more special than you. We are all made the same. This can happen to each and every one of you if you decide that this is true for you. If you decide that no, it doesn't take a long time, that yes, you can do it and you will test it, it will happen for you. Because it happened for me, so I don't understand why wouldn't it happen for you. And to be frank, even the opposite happened. I told this story before. I'm trying to be quick in this video, but when my mother died, and a lot of things have happened this year, I went on such a negative spiral in my head that I couldn't believe how low I pushed my reality. And it all happened in one traumatic event, in one moment. And when I was thinking about that moment that I decided that my reality was going to tits, and I went for it, and all my subconscious belief, negative one, came back, then I remembered I can change that in one moment. And I did. Because it takes one moment. It's one decision of choosing one reality, one sense of self, one state of consciousness, or another. I'm going to mention Joseph Murphy now. He says, if you say there is no way out, I am lost. There is no way out of this dilemma, problem. I am doomed and blocked. you will get no answer or response from your subconscious mind. If you want the subconscious to work for you, give it the right request and attain its cooperation. Your subconscious, or call it the universe, I don't care how you call it, I'm up for anything, will always say yes. It's just waiting for directions. It's not deciding for you. Now, there is a difference between saying the soul and the subconscious. The soul might have some preferences or some lessons or some things that it wants to learn, but at the end of the day, you're in control anyway. You are in control. Like if you would go into hypnosis, let's say, and you would regress to a past life, or you could talk to your soul, and there are plenty of cases of this work, Michael PhD Newton, Destiny and Journey of the Soul, Dolores Cannon doing the hypnosis, Brian Weiss, etc. All the souls will say, yes, we might have a plan, but it can change anytime. It can change anytime. It's always, when you're in the game of life, it's always up to the person. You're in the game. You have infinite possibilities to, even if we would admit the fact that there is a divine plan, which I do believe, and there is a divine purpose, there are infinite ways to achieve that purpose. It's not one path. There are infinite ways to do that. And I just want to mention again cognitive science, cognitive psychology, to say that sociological and psychological theory sometimes refers to cognitive opening, an event, often traumatic, as we said before, that cracks open someone's belief system, making them receptive to new ways of thinking. This happens when people, for example, in narcissistic abusive relationship, they gaslight you. They gaslight you to a point where you question your own identity and your reality completely shifts and you end up in a nightmare. Now, the problem with this is that people think that people that end up in abusive or narcissistic relationship or narcissistic abuse are weak. It's not true. Many of these people are super strong people, but they get gaslighted to a point where they believe that new sense of consciousness and identity, and that manifests that horrible reality for them. And then that's when they become the victim of the narcissist, because the narcissist is able to change that cognitive perception of the person that is the victim repeatedly through gaslight. So if all of this is true, follow my logic, if something so bad can happen and even another person can change you through gaslight and these horrible things, you can gaslight yourself to the positive. You just can. You can gaslight yourself to believe that you are abundant, you are worthy, that you can have what you want, and you will have it, because it is the same exact principle. The brain operates in the same way, whether it is for the positive or whether it is for the negative, whether it is the narcissist doing that to you or whether it is you doing that to yourself. And sometimes we are our own predator, or how does it say, we are our own perpetrator when we believe certain negative things about ourselves, and we gaslight ourselves to believe that we are not worthy, we are not abundant, we can't do it, etc., etc. Because the very thing that people fear, these shocking events, they are the very thing that can crack open the subconscious mind and create a new identity. But you have to understand that you can do that for the positive too. It is the same exact dynamic. It is the same exact principle. So, for example, we see in trauma that the psyche opens, cracks, becomes malleable. That moment is dangerous, but also potent. If you step into if you step in consciously in that crack, you can impose a new direction. If you crack your mind open, if you impose yourself in here, if you can enter it, you can create new directions, new realities, and that is the principle of quantum shifting. That's it. It's nothing else. It's that decision of saying, I am something different, and therefore if I am different, my reality is different. If I am loved, no one can reject me. If I am abundant, there is no lack and limitation. And you can word it however you want. So for example, I'm very spiritual, so I like Florence Scovel-Shinn because it helps me word it in a way where I'm saying there is no power to hurt in divine mind. That works for my logic, but for you it might be different. The point is to go towards a new direction and to enter that crack, that moment in your head where that direction is possible for you to enter. And it is in that eureka effect, in that moment that I stressed for years on this channel. Let's be practical. How to do it. You're going to do it with me. So I'm probably going to insert some pictures over here on the screen so I can focus and you guys can focus. You can come back to this video if you don't have time, or if you're driving, for example, right now. Pause the video, come back to this very moment. If somebody can put the timestamps right now, or I will put it in the description. We're gonna do this exercise together in order to make you understand how you can shift in one moment. Now, we are going to drop into our awareness, because manifestation at the end of the day, or reality creation, boils down to this very moment of awareness. The future doesn't exist. The past doesn't exist. There is only the now. There is only one moment where you shift, one moment of awareness. So let's take a deep breath. And a deep breath out. Let the thoughts fade. And let's become the observer. You might even think, don't try to force anything. You might have thoughts, let them go. Just be present. Remember, there is only one moment. And this is the moment. Become aware of your limiting belief as you close your eyes. This is who you are. That is the script that you have been running. They left me. They blocked me. I'm unloved. I'm alone. I always mess up relationship. I always sabotage my job. Everybody hates me. Where all those feelings come from? Maybe a memory of you when you were a child. Maybe somebody made you feel that way. All those moments, or that moment back in time, even if you can't remember it, that moment defined who you are now. But guess what? That definition can be gone in this very moment. You're not those experiences. You are not that person. You are a blank state in each and every moment. And you can choose that now. You don't need to believe those things anymore. They are not even part of you for real. They were just moments. And we are in a different moment now. And in this moment now, think about what you want. Whether it is a specific person, a romantic relationship, money, visibility, recognition, holidays, travels, all of these things together. Think about in this moment what you want. And now that you know what you want, see yourself having those things or being in those experiences. Can you see yourself having those things without questioning how or when they're going to come to you? Yes, you can, because if you can desire them, you can see yourself having them. Now, with conviction, speak to your subconscious mind. This is who I am. This is what I have. In this moment, choose that this is who you are. Let it feel real if you can. If you can gather emotions, cry, or anything, go deeper into your subconscious mind. This is who I am. This is what I have. And as you speak it into reality, in your imagination, as you feel it true now, or even if you don't feel anything, it is done into you by virtue of that decision. There is nothing else you need to do. Let go. Don't force any evidence now. Trust the seed you have planted in your mind, and your subconscious mind will grow it. You don't need to look for proof that what you have is real. I'm going to say it again. You do not need to look for any proof that what you have is real. It is done into you, therefore outside of you. The only thing that you will do as you will open your eyes in a moment, you will just respond to reality and be in the moment in order to recognize the signs, synchronicities, opportunities, and events that are going to happen that will take you to your desire. You will just respond to those as they come. And anything else that will contradict your desired experience, you would ignore. That's it. You can open your eyes now. That is the exercise that you need to do. You can reinforce the exercise in the coming days just by using affirmation. Remember, when you think about your desire, you do not need to look for evidence that is true. The only thing, when you think about your desire, think again about this exercise that we have done together and just affirm, I've done it. The seed is planted, it is done. And now guys, comment down below, the seed is planted, and let me know what you want, your desire, your experience. And if you have enjoyed and liked this video, remember to subscribe, to share it with other people so they can also benefit from this exercise. And remember, you can shift to reality and you can get what you want in one moment. And in truth, life is always defined by one moment that sets the intention for every experience that you're gonna have. I love you guys. I hope this makes sense, and I'll see you very soon over here on Patreon for extra weekly videos, on my other channel for tarot energy works and more, and for private readings and coaching, neyahvisions.com or my Ko-Fi shop down below. I love you guys. Bye.